This year on English program, episode 2, Teaching Day. Welcome to the Only English program where we finally get your latest deep conversation. Now here are your hosts Lindsay Masmer, the English adventurer and graphic one is the language and girl, coming to you from Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Okay, so here we are. In today's episode, you're going to learn how to ask what the most common interview question is yours. And more. Hey guys, in this episode, we are going to break down some phrases and some different parts of our conversation from our Missing Monday, our last episode 1. And so you can go back and listen to that conversation and hear how we use the phrases. But Lindsay has a couple of great phrases for us, and when you have understand conversation, but also you know to talk to create our conversation. So Lindsay, what are your two phrases for us? Okay, so the first phrase that we have the phrase, but which I know can be tricky for students sometimes. And this expression is to fill out something right, to fill out an application right. Yes, when we use this? Yes, I think that's more common is to fill out an application, and really we need to use an application. I mean that's even sound funny to say you're an application. We don't use any other verb. I mean you always fill out an application. Unless you are creating an application if you are on the other side thing, right. But anytime you're like if you're going in for a job interview, right, you're gonna sit down in the person. You're gonna say I'm here for the interview, and person gonna say please fill out this application. Right every time. You might fill out an application by hand. Using a pen, you might fill out an application or like using a computer. Right, but it's a really important phrase or verb to know for your context that to manage. Just for school and for work. You finally so remember that one, okay good. So the next one is a key. Right, so we start that education grab beside that education is a key to freedom, right? So what does that mean? What do you think? The key is something that's an opportunity or a door, right? It's okay to unlock a door, but it's a kind of an analogy the way we are using this is the figurative speak, right? I'm allowing an opportunity to happen. I'm going after an opportunity, so I need education in order to be free. Be free, and another example would be I think that hard work is the key to success or excellence. Right, so that's another example of that. Alright, so there are my teaching her about geography. What do you have? Yes, so I have a couple of teaching that are list different one is a really important phrase or question actually. And the other one is pronunciation. So let me start with the phrase, and it's tell us rather so. So this is a phrase that you hear often when we hear this phrase. What was I? Well, I would think about an interview again. The interview session is so common. When you sit down and interview either us and the person say, the first thing they might say to you is tell me about yourself. Yes, right. Totally, and even in casual conversation, like in our conversation, it wasn't an interview, but I think I asked you, well, tell us about yourself. And that's something that you could hear as a party, Yes. If you are missing people for the first time, I will. So yeah, for me in my mind, it stands out as being a needs to be more for my forum right. Well, one thing about interview again, the interview session is very common when you sit down interview the earth and the person says the first thing they might say to you is tell me about yourself. Yes, right, totally, and even to capture conversation like in our conversation is one an interview. But I think I ask it well. Tell about yourself, and that's something that you could hear past Just if I meeting people for the first time. I was sure for me in my mind it stand out being a little bit more for a right gesture. But just sometimes you might hear it's a party or in conversation like with your hand. Tell me about yourself, tell me more, tell me about yourself. So it really what I used to plan our job as well and had something ready to say more than just John Lim and that comes here from maybe talking about your interest or your future, not the mark, but maybe 30 seconds or something that you want other people to know about. Yes, here you go. What else? Okay, so we start a couple of times. What do you do? Did we say it that way? No, we didn't. We would be boring if we said it that way. That is very started, so we said it is in a natural way because we want you to hear what native natural conversations sound like. And I'm gonna say it again just the way that we said it, and I'm gonna to pair afterwards so that you can repeat. Okay, so get ready. Here we go. What do you do? What do you? What do you do? What do you do? Yes. So we use this talking about work. We ask what do you do for work and also ask what do you do on the weekend. So this is a super common charge only a phrase that three words just get stuck together. I mean we don't put each word separately. What do you do? Never, never, never. So memorize this question as just one job. Like it's almost sound like one word. What do you do? Read who? Good advice. I like it. Read.